What's going on YouTube? Just a quick video to let you know that I've decided to upgrade my 2017 iMac desktop, and I'm going to be upgrading to the Mac Studio. And in this video I'm going to do a little bit of an unboxing and just go through setting it up and see if there's any kind of issues or problems that we come along across the way. So let's get into it. The story goes back. My trusty 2012 MacBook Pro that I bought secondhand off eBay, had it for 10 years, fantastic bit of kit, loved it, served me very well, but it gave up the ghost, and I'm more than pleased with the performance and the longevity I got out of it. But with me being in university now, it's necessary that I do have a portable option to take my work away with me wherever I should need to go. So I upgraded to a second-hand MacBook Pro, again that I bought off eBay. After lots of research, I decided that I wanted to go for the M1 Max model, which is a really powerful machine, and I was just using it for university tasks, word processing, that kind of thing, and still using my desktop for the bulk of my work because it's got a lovely 5K Retina screen and it's more ergonomic with the keyboard and the mouse, and I love it. But now I've started making these videos, I've noticed that the performance on the 2017 is not as good as it could be. So I actually went away on holiday recently and I took the MacBook Pro with me, and I decided to try editing on the MacBook Pro on the M1 chip, and I was blown away with how much more the editing experience was on it, and not to mention the time it took to actually render the videos as well was in a league of its own compared to the 2017 iMac. I like having a desktop and a portable setup and having the two separate should one of them stop working. I've got one as a backup. So this is another reason why I decided that I wanted to upgrade. I do love gadgets, and an excuse to get a new computer, why not? Also, I do a bit of music production, and I use music production software. I use audio interfaces to produce electronic music, which I've not done as much of lately, but to continue having that functionality, I thought the Studio was much more inclined to permit that kind of usage. So I'm upgrading from Intel 5 processor, which I think is 3.5 gigahertz. I actually upgraded it to 40 gigabytes of RAM, which you could do with those machines. You just had to plug them in the back, which I thought was really good. Upgraded to the Mac Studio, 32 gigabytes of RAM with the M1 processor. It's the M1 Max, which is a 10 CPU and a 24 core GPU. Got a terabyte hard drive. I like the look of the Mac Studio because it's got all that connectivity, all those extra ports, and it's the new Mac Silicone, which if it's anything like the MacBook, it's going to be great. Now, like I said, I've got this lovely 5K Retina display here though on the 2017 Mac. I thought it would just be a case I can hook up the new Mac Studio to the old screen, but alas, no. This is something Apple have actually done away with. So I think it's some of the earlier Macs was fine. You could use it with the target display mode and just simply plug in your new device and use the display, but for my particular model they have done away with that, and I believe they have brought it back actually for the newer models, but there is a section of Macs that they actually stopped doing that. So I've done a bit of research and there is a solution to that, but we'll get into that maybe in another video. But for now, let's have a look at this new Mac, get it unboxed, get it set up. Right, we're gonna do this on the floor. It says Amazon on it. It's not Amazon, it was off eBay. But I'm guessing the guy who's got it, that was his packaging stuff. Need some scissors. I've never seen packaging like this before. Oh, here it is. This is the way into it. Good box. Ooh. There we go, it just opens up. We've got Apple stuff in it. And there it is. The question is it going to fit on my desktop? Completely as described. I'd say if you do your research, you can get yourself a bargain on eBay sometimes. We've got some paperwork, we'll look at that later, stickers, that's all is in there. Is this, oh, I guess that's it, isn't it? Great. So there it is on my desk. So it's going to have to go over there. It doesn't quite fit under there, and I can't move that shelf any higher because then I can't fit the monitor in, the display. So that's not the Mac currently now being displayed. that is my existing 2017 Mac. So this, I'm gonna have to try and fire it up on this little Asus display, and then we've got a solution, I think, to get it fired up on here, but we'll go over that at the end of the video. Okay, change of plan, we're putting it over here now on this side, because the current wire I have for this is not very long, and this is probably just going to be a temporary fix, so this can go on top of here and we'll get it hooked up. So it'll just sit on the top for now because I need a longer wire, but perhaps I'll put one on this side and one on this side. So let's just turn it on, see what happens. Doesn't look like we're getting any power to the Asus screen. Oh no, the light's just gone blue, that's good. Oh, there we go. So could this be a massive anti-climax? Change of plan, we've had to put it through the telly because I think that Asus monitor needs a driver added to it. So I'm going to do that through the telly in a minute and see if we can get that Asus monitor working. So let's try that. Alright, now it doesn't seem to come off this screen, it's just saying select a Wi-Fi network, and it can't seem to find any networks. It can't find my Wi-Fi, which I do have. I've restarted it. So I'm going to see about maybe plugging in the LAN cable, see if that works. I plugged in the LAN cable and it seems to have worked, and it says the Mac is activated and will restart. It appears that we're in. And I've got a little setup here. The keyboard, and I've got the Asus here, which I'm going to try and set up with the driver in a minute. And a little mouse down here. Continue. I've just done all the setup, all the iCloud stuff, and it all seems to work. Apple M1 Max, 32 gigs, cool. It's Mac Studio 2022. It knows it's on a Samsung. Display's all a bit whack at the moment, but we won't be using the TV to go. So now I'm just going to try and install the driver for this Asus thing. So what I did on my other Mac is I used the Asus device manager to get that screen working. Download. Do you want to allow? Yes. Oh, do I want to allow downloads on? Yeah, of course we do. I'm not really got a choice. Screen recording would be better really, but I don't have this set up just yet. Okay, so the Asus screen is working. Now, the question is, will it work without having the TV plugged in? Can I turn it off and on again and it just comes straight up on this? So, let's try that. Here we go. Is it going to work straight away? Okay, this is flashed up. It's asking me for my password. These cats won't leave me alone. So it's there but not there. God damn. Turn it off. Turn it on again. No. ChatGPT to the rescue. We are going to try and load the display manager on startup. Okay, so what we've done, we've gone to general and we've gone to login items. We're pressing on the plus button and then we're going to press our display link manager and we're going to click open, and that is it. And we're going to restart to see if it's worked. Okay, so it's still asking me for my password. In theory, I should be able to do this without a screen. Not ideal, but will it work? Ah, okay, that's good. So we can do that. So that means I can move over back to my desk. I'm back over here. So that was annoying. Basically, for some reason, when I unplug, it seems to take off the auto start programs and this thing just starts up blank. So I have to launch the display manager on here again, display link manager, and look, and then it works again. So that seemed to be a good solution, apart from the fact to get back to my desk, I had to unplug it, and that seems to get rid of it from auto start, which is annoying. So I'm going to look into another workaround. So as you can see, this has been far from straightforward. I consider myself a fairly tech savvy person, but I think someone who maybe was less tech savvy than me would really struggle with this. Cat's decided to join us. Cat, you have to go. Yeah, where was I? So I've had it hooked up to the TV through the HDMI cable. Works fine, but the display's not optimized and it looks terrible. I've then had it plugged into my Asus monitor, which looked okay. It was fine, it worked. You had to launch a display manager to do that. I tried to launch it on startup, which it did work, and it was fine as long as I kept it in the same place. But as soon as I unplugged it and moved the Mac, for some reason it didn't want to restart the application on startup. Yeah, so I'm going to go back to the TV using this Mac, which is not what I want it to be here at my desk. So I've looked into some products, and I think a solution to this is a product called Lunar Display. So I'm going to be ordering that and seeing if we can get that to work. I will do a video on that as well to see how that progresses. If any of you out there have had similar problems to me, or if you've got any suggestions on how I can actually fix this, please do let me know. But the end goal is basically to have my new Mac Studio running through my old 2017 iMac with the 5K screen. So I'll keep you posted, and yeah, any hints, tips, let me know, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.